Hello, my name is Tarun Walecha. Welcome to my LifePage. Today I'll be talking about architecture as a profession. But before that, let me introduce myself. I'm an architecture graduate. I studied architecture from Manipal Institute of Technology. I graduated in the year 1994. After that, I did my post-graduation in environment and ecology from Sikkim Manipal University. And I've been practicing ever since. In my initial years, worked under few offices. I worked with Mr. Abhimanyu Dalal, and later on, I started my own practice. So it's been about 24 years that I've been in this profession. Architecture is the science of designing buildings, all kind of buildings that we live in, or we work in, or we study in. Architecture deals with them on a general basis. Of course, as we go further, there are specializations that you do, and you deal with some specific kind of buildings. But in general, architecture deals with designing of all kind of building, be that a house, be that a school or a hospital, or anything that you see around. You need to be a science student, first of all, with maths. Now, these subjects are important because architecture, though it deals with the technological part of building, it also deals with the creative side of the building. So, it has art and technology, both skills which you would require. As a science student, your mind is trained to be more analytical, which comes very handy when you're studying architecture. Science and maths are not the two subjects that you directly study in architecture when you go further. The subjects that you study are much different. Creativity is number one. Because for an architect, the prime thing that you require is to be creative, to be able to develop something new, to be able to see beyond the obvious and to imagine things. So these soft skills, as we call them, creativity, imagination, observation, these 3-4 skills put together can be a great value asset to your becoming a good architect, because we see a lot of things around, and to observe and understand them and translate them into our design, that is where your observation skill comes in. First of all, we'll talk about the creative stimulation. The best part about architecture is that no two things are alike. Every day is a new day. Every job that you undertake will be a new job, and every solution will be a new solution. That's where your creative mind gets to work at its best. And every time you come out with a solution, it is hugely satisfying. India is still a developing country, and in many phases, people yet do not understand or appreciate the need of an architect. The value add that we bring to a design is still not as much appreciated in many parts of the country. That's a huge challenge, because as an architect, you may have a skill and ability to deliver or provide a design solution, but the client may not be as receptive. So a lot of time we have to spend time in educating the client. So work opportunities remain to be a big challenge. As a habit, I start my day early. So I'm in office early in the morning, around 9:30, 10. That's how typically I start my day. Of course, the beginning of the day has to be just organizing and just chalking out your timeline for the day. Initially, to begin with, we need to spend time in our office, in our studio, discussing the project that are going on, looking at their timeline, what are the further challenges, what are the further targets that we have to meet. During the day, we normally have meetings with the client in the office, where we need to discuss, take updates, or give them updates, or take their input about anything further that we are doing. So what is also very important part of the day is to visit a site to manage the construction, the designs that are being built. We need to keep a check whether they are going on in synchronization with our design. On a drawing board is not going well as per our thought process. So we try to change that. Many times the challenges are that something that we have thought of earlier is not able to be executed on the site due to various issues. There may be a physical problem, there may be a location problem, or there may be some kind of a material sourcing, or again, like I said initially, a technological problem about executing something. So these are the things need to be handled at the site. As an architect, our job remains from the initial part of designing a building till the end part of design execution, and each of them require a constant observation and intervention at an architect's part. I hope I've been able to give you a balanced view on architecture, and it will come handy to you in your life. Thank you.